Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? Street Justice here. Welcome back to my channel. We are back to the reaction to The Walking Dead. This is season 11, episode 10, New Haunts. If you say it quick, kind of sounds like nuance, but either way, regardless, I'm just excited to check out this episode because I really enjoyed the start to season 11, part B, with that badass scene with Maggie. Ever since watching that episode, I've actually made sure to check out other reactors' reactions to it, and I swear to God, that badass scene, it will forever hold up, and I will never get sick of it. And I just want to say right here, right now, that I 100% stand behind Maggie in her decision to do that, and I will forever have her back in more ways than one. But yeah, we did see at the very end of the episode, there was a bit of a time jump, so I'm not sure if this episode is going to pick up right where we left off, or if we're going to go back a little bit and find out how we actually got to that point. Either way, I'm excited to jump right in and check out this episode. If you guys are looking for my full reactions to the show, the link to my Patreon is down in the description below. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, now's a very good time to click that button down below. Smash the like button while you're there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go. This doesn't look like the Commonwealth. What the hell is going on here? With the smoke too? Yo, he's coming out of a hot box.
Oh man, that's okay. No problem.
Is this a behind the scenes episode? Haunted maze. Is that really appropriate when you're in apocalypse? What if a real walker got in there? Day 30 in the Commonwealth. After everything they've been through, it's almost like too good to be true. Alright, there's Pamela Milton. We're finally gonna get to see her and what she's all about.
First place goes to, dressed as our very own Mercer, Celeste. And this year's grand prize is 10 lottery tickets.
Ooh. Everybody's so happy right now. You just know it's gonna go to shit soon.
Hey.
They like put them in the ghetto. The Commonwealth ghetto.
Can't wait till basic's over and we get new apartments. Worrying about money again is so weird.
It's not forever.
Okay, let's thank Ezekiel for letting us use Shiva's collar. Sorry, bud, we gotta give it back.
Sentimental. He's gonna give it to him.
Your dad saved this from Hilltop when it burned because he knew how precious it was to me. So this leash is yours on two conditions. One, that it always makes you as happy as it made me. And two, that you honor Shiva's memory. You heard from Maggie or Lydia?
I'm sure they're okay. You?
On a beautiful day like today, never better.
He's putting on a brave face. Looks like they got like a functioning hospital and everything. Man.
Oh gosh, so fast. Such a klutz.
Carol. If you go.
Ezekiel, how long before you get to number 147?
He knows the odds aren't good, but he doesn't know there's likely no chance he'll get the surgery unless, by some miracle, he moves up the line.
Carol's got to kill 146 people. Put him to the top of the
Welcome
list.
to the kill house. In this exercise, killing is not your primary goal. I'm looking for speed and teamwork. Your objective, get through the house and all the rotters inside, but fail to work as a unit. See what you get.
This is perfect for Daryl and Rosita to
Green,
really show off what they can do.
Johnson.
You mind if I go with Espinoza? We make a good team.
Did I ask for your opinion? Yep, first.
He's just doing his job. Can't get mad at Mercer right now.
The baddest sort of.
All right, Daryl, Rosita, time to show off. Not a good start. Showing she's capable, though. Is he running? Get back here. Look at the guards just watching, too. Go, Jake. Nice. Nice. That works. Holy shit. Jake is struggling.
I said speed and teamwork. Green, Espinoza, nicely done.
He's a solo fighter.
Dixon, you're with me.
Hey, who's your friend, Jude?
Hey, Princess. This is May.
Princess.
Oh, I see May got the memo. You guys need any help?
I think I'm ready to check out.
Freaking love Princess.
You didn't have to.
It's a gift. We're friends.
What's Carol up to
Worthy of
now?
tonight's guests. That isn't it.
Best we could with the time we had.
She knows you'll come through.
Just watching Stephanie and Mr. Hornsby. This episode feels so different from what I'm used to when it comes to this show. Like, we've been in communities before, but just jumping right here 30 days into just meeting them and they're already part of the community. How'd that get in there? I'm guessing they died from alcohol poisoning. Oh. There you go.
All right, let's see what Santa brought me.
It's supposed to be funny.
He gets the newest ones for his drills.
Advanced military training, Mercer.
Not a good first impression in front of Daryl. I hate this kid.
You gotta swing all the way through.
The thing is pathetic.
Just his face. Not a fan. Does he just do this for fun or what? Brought him what he wanted.
How did you know?
My mother always taught me to be observant.
What do you want from me?
I have a friend who's waiting for surgery, and I need you to get him to the front of the line.
All makes sense now.
First things first. I need to make sure this wine goes over.
That guy in the back. He was the same one from the Princess episode, I believe. I could be wrong there, but it looks like him.
That kind of so familiar.
Yeah, I kicked his ass.
Yeah.
Why is he serving food?
Probably got kicked off the team because of her.
Ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed leader, the governor of the Commonwealth, Miss Pamela Milton.
I'm not gonna clap for her. She's gotta earn my respect first.
Thank you all for coming.
Really?
Let's talk, just the two of us.
Don't
Just the two
lie!
of us.
This is what you care about. Fancy parties and paintings.
So they're gonna lock him away for life. Throw away the key. Where the hell's he gonna go?
Stand there. Go after him!
Shut the fuck up, kid. Of course, the haunted maze. I've been against this haunted maze since the second I found out what it was. Not the most stealthy. Oh yeah, this guy's life is over.
Just wanted to talk to her. To get her to understand. Stop!
Don't do that.
I screwed up protocols.
Oh, so you can talk him down from this.
That means you got family. A lot of us don't get to have that anymore. Don't take that away from her.
Hopefully this is not for nothing. Like they walk out of there and this kid gets shot.
You caught the bastard.
Nah. No, you got him. Go ahead. Take him with your mom.
Get the kid on your side and you save that guy's life. Look at Daryl go. Now he's gonna walk in there looking like a hero. It's all politics, I tell you.
Oh.
Well, she's got a nicer apartment than Daryl.
I know that this was too painful before.
Henry's.
This belongs to you.
You should keep it.
No. I want you to have it.
I feel like Carol's focused at the moment on something. She doesn't want to go soft at all right now.
Are you really?
That's great.
I like this episode really showed that she's looking out for him.
Two fresh starts.
Even though they're not together anymore. Day 33 in the Commonwealth. It looks so weird. Judith! Looking like Little House on the Prairie.
You look awesome.
You look official.
He does.
Yeah. Think so?
Just barging in. No knock order. Resist. Oh yeah, there's gonna be an uprising. Oh no. Don't want to see previews for the next episode. I make sure to avoid them at all times. So I'm just gonna jump right into the outro. I don't think I need too much time to really collect my thoughts here. So yeah, that was The Walking Dead, season 11, episode 10, New Haunts. And I did like this episode. I do gotta say though, this might have been the most like odd, weirdest feeling episode of The Walking Dead in quite some time. Like, we've been to other communities before. We've seen other, I guess, bits of civilization like come back to life, but I don't know, we just kind of jumped into it because last episode, yeah, we did have that time jump of 6 months, so we knew shit was gonna hit the fan at some point. Things go wrong, but this episode, like, it just starts off and we're already there a month into actually residing at the Commonwealth. That was pretty crazy. I don't know who all stayed behind. That's one thing I started to think about as we got closer to the end of the episode, but obviously Maggie didn't go for whatever reason. I don't know if she just doesn't trust it after everything that she's been through before, after everything she's seen after her journey and coming back, and dealing with the Reapers and everything. But I don't know why she didn't at least check it out, or is she waiting for other people to report back? Because I don't know, when they went there to the Commonwealth, did they just automatically stay there? Did they send anyone back there? Obviously, Pamela Milton this episode did say to Mr. Hornsby, I think it was, or Stephanie, that they still need to deal with the Alexandria situation. So I don't know if they're still in constant contact with them, if they have like someone they're sending back and forth. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. I really gotta think who else stayed behind and didn't go to the Commonwealth, because as of right now, I can only think of Maggie and obviously little Herschel, because she wouldn't just let him go off on his own. But it's kind of crazy that Daryl, he took the kids and they didn't stay with Maggie or anything in Herschel. They could have did that at Hilltop, because in that flash forward and that time jump that we did get in the last episode, we did see that Maggie was back at Hilltop. I'm pretty sure that wasn't Alexandria, even though they are fixing Alexandria. And Daryl even said this episode as well, and that one scene with the kids, and it's freaking hilarious to me that he's like basically living in a crack house now with 2 kids and a dog, barely surviving. Carol's living good. Obviously, Yumiko's living good. Like, I guess that's the whole thing about the Commonwealth, though, and a major part of the storyline in regards to the comics. Just the different, I guess, levels of poverty and just civilization. There's like a pecking order, and there is an uprising as well. We saw it this episode also at the very end there. There's going to be a war at some point, I'm guessing. People are going to push back, because even before our people arrived here, not everything is as it seems. It's not as good as it's made out to be. People do definitely have an issue with the way things are set up in the Commonwealth, and that's understandable, because it shouldn't be exactly based on what you did before the apocalypse. Because yeah, if you're a doctor before the apocalypse, like Yumiko's brother, then you're going to be living good now. You're going to be a doctor post-apocalypse in the Commonwealth. You're going to be living the high life, getting paid, living the lavish life as well. But if you were just, I don't know, if you were unemployed before the apocalypse, you're getting the shit end of the stick right now, the short end of the stick, in this life here at the Commonwealth. So that's part of the reason why I do get why there would be an uprising. Because yeah, I'd be below that poverty line as well, so I'd be a little bit pissed off. Just seeing Daryl in that situation after everything that he's done in this series, he's basically like a war hero at this point. He needs to be treated a lot better than this. He should be given his own mansion, his own land, his own freaking state, his own country at this point. So yeah, to see the way he's living there, that's definitely not right. But obviously, Mercer took notice that he kind of is like a lone wolf, but he can definitely do it on his own. So it looks like Mercer's kind of taking him under his wing, because he definitely saw what he's all about and what he's capable of and what he can do. And they both kind of have a common hatred for Pamela Milton's son, which is pretty good. But I definitely hate that kid as well. Like, he is such a dick, and I do know what he does in the comics. I'm obviously not going to say it here, but he does something pretty brutal at the end of the comic series, and I don't know how it's going to play out in the show, because certain characters are no longer part of the show. I kind of brought this up before when he was first introduced in the show, when we first met him, but yeah, it's definitely something that I got in the back of my mind that's kind of just staying there right now, and I keep on going back to it, because I really don't know how everything's going to play out. And there's another scene involving, or another major like story arc involving Dwight in the comics, but he's also no longer part of the show. So I don't know how they're going to make these things, because I feel like when I think of the Commonwealth, going back to the comics, those 2 things that I'm kind of referencing right here are like the biggest moments of the Commonwealth arc, at least in my opinion. That those are like the main things I really remember just from reading it through the first time. I am rereading this series right now, recollecting the comics through The Walking Dead Deluxe. They're re-releasing the comics in actual color, because they were in black and white previously, and I can't recommend it enough. And I say that as someone that's not sponsored to say that. So obviously I'm just a fan of it, but yeah, definitely check those out if you guys have never read the comics before, or if you have read them and you just want to see it in a different perspective, because in color it's pretty cool. They're approaching the Governor storyline. Actually, they're definitely in the Governor Woodbury storyline right now, and I highly recommend. But yeah, in the comics, I don't know, those are like the 2 biggest moments of the comics series, at least in my opinion, in regards to the Commonwealth story arc. So the fact that I don't think they can do them in the show, and I don't know whose characters would take those characters' place if they were to try to actually put in the show, I really don't know. But by not having that as part of the show, it's really going to affect this final season and just the overall Commonwealth story arc. But yeah, like I was saying, this is definitely an interesting episode. It definitely felt off. I still enjoyed it, but it mostly was like kind of like a setup, almost like a reinvention, resetting up where the story is and just the environment and where we go from here moving forward. Because I don't know, just seeing everybody in their new roles, their new jobs, like, it's just so crazy to me. That's not the Walking Dead that I know. Yes, we're 11 seasons in. We've come a long way. It's not just about survival now. It's more about getting back to how things were and rebuilding civilization and society. But yeah, I'm excited for the remainder of the season. I know there's going to be a third part as well. I don't know if we're going to get another hiatus of like 3 months or 4 months off again in between or after episode 16. And then they come back for the third part of the final season. And is the third, I'm pretty sure the third part of this season is going to air this year. I'm pretty sure in October. I could be wrong about that. Definitely let me know that as well. If you guys already know that, I'm not sure if it's even been announced, but yeah, because I'm actually on the Wikipedia right now just for the episodes for season 11, and it's only announced up until episode 14 right now, and they did announce the name, the title, but they haven't even announced the titles for episode 15 and 16, which I'm pretty sure are also part of part B of season 11. It's all pretty crazy what they're doing for this final season. It's kind of a little complicated, but I do get what they're doing, and I am glad that we are getting extra episodes out of it. But yeah, I'm excited for what's to come, even though, like I was saying, there's two major plot points that they can't really include, or if they are going to include, they're really going to have to switch things up, which is definitely going to be interesting to see. And one main thing I definitely want to say for this episode, I still cannot get on board with the haunted maze. Like, who's with me? That was a terrible idea. I just can't get behind that idea. Like, I don't know, just do something else. I'm not a fan of that. All it takes is one walker to sneak in there and the whole thing goes to shit. So yeah, I was not a fan of that. I don't get why they'd even want to do that. I know it's for, I guess, just the thrills and to get back to normal a little bit. Do something for the kids, but do something different for the kids, please, because zombies or walkers, whoever came up with that idea, oh man, they need to be fired immediately. But the other thing to really talk about, I guess I kind of already discussed, there is going to be an uprising, is the main guy. Immediately, as soon as I saw him, I'm like, wait a second, I'm pretty sure Princess kicked his ass. And like 2 seconds later, Princess says the exact same thing, like, hey, wait a second, I'm pretty sure I kicked that guy's ass. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to see him again, but I feel like his life is basically over. And Daryl, man, Daryl is so smart now. What he did by capturing him, talking him down from actually killing himself, even though I feel like killing himself might have been a little bit easier for what they're actually going to do with him. But then he handing him over to Pamela Milton's son also, man, he's playing chess, not checkers right now. But the other thing, going back to Princess as well, even though I am a little bit jealous because I freaking love Princess and the actress that plays her, like, she does such a phenomenal job in the role. It's almost like Princess has fully come to life out of the comics. But yeah, to see her with Mercer, I actually really like Mercer's character as well. So even though I am jealous, I'm still on board with it, and it's super cool to see. But speaking of being on board with relationships, can we finally get Connie and Daryl? Like, what's the holdup? Are they seriously making us wait? Because I'm fine with that. If they're going to make us wait before they finally get together, like, all the signs are there. Even Carol was kind of pushing them or bumping them into it this episode, and he's pushing back a little bit. We know Daryl's a little bit shy when it comes to women, except for Leah for some reason, even though she was the worst. But as long as they do eventually get together, I'm okay with it. But if that never happens and it's just teasing, like, obviously the fans want it. I do watch other reactors' reactions, and I feel like other reactors want to see it happen just as much as I do. And even scrolling through Twitter, that's mainly where I see most stuff in regards to the show. I feel like the general consensus is they need to be together. So yeah, don't screw us around when it comes to that. Just make it happen, please. But yeah, like I was saying, I'll be super happy if that does happen, and I am happy for Princess and Mercer as well, because I don't know, I just really like both their characters. But yeah, I don't really have too much more to say about this episode. It was definitely like a setup episode for things to come in regards to this Commonwealth story arc, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be here for the remainder of the season. So if you guys are not feeling the Commonwealth, you better get used to it, because I don't think it's going away anytime soon, even though I do think the overall landscape of the Commonwealth is definitely going to change with the uprising war, the revolution that we're eventually going to get. Who knows if that's going to be like a super finale thing or the series finale, because I do feel like we're definitely going to get a time jump of some sort in the series finale. I wouldn't be surprised if, kind of like the comics, we jump ahead quite a bit and we catch up with the remaining characters. And can I just say one thing before I go also? I know like they want everybody to be a part of this final season, like the cast deserves it, but at some point they got to start killing off some characters. Like, I love these characters, don't get me wrong, but this is the final season, guys. I've been saying it since the very first episode of this final season, and it's now, the next one's going to be episode 11. We only have 13 left after that, so yeah, you got to start killing off some of these characters at some point, and I expect big deaths. I'm not going to say which ones die from the comics, but all I'm going to say is not everybody is supposed to make it out of the series and out of the show and out of the comics. So yeah, I don't know what exactly they're waiting for, when exactly it's going to go down, but I'm kind of getting a little bit antsy and they need to hurry up. Give me something, give me some death. But even though that may sound a little bit morbid, it just needs to happen. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it there, guys. I did enjoy this episode. I don't think I liked it as much as the last one. It was definitely weird to see just everybody in their new roles in this new environment, but I still enjoyed it overall. It just definitely wasn't as intense, as action-oriented, and as hard-hitting as the last episode. I'm never going to forget that Maggie scene from the last episode. That was so freaking badass. Please, can I get more of that? But yeah, that's where I'm going to end it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. As always, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys can like and subscribe, it really helps my channel grow. Till next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you.